I turned 63 the year my body finally told me the truth. Not with a dramatic moment, not with sirens or a hospital bed, just a quiet, stubborn whisper that I tried to ignore. Something as simple as stepping out of the shower and catching myself with the towel bar because my balance wasn't what it used to be. Something as ordinary as sitting down in my favorite chair and realizing it took me longer to stand back up than it used to. And I'll be honest with you, because if you're over 60 like me, you already know this: aging doesn't arrive politely. It doesn't knock, it sneaks, it creeps. It shows up in the morning stiffness, the slower steps, the hesitation on the stairs, the fear you don't tell anyone about. You feel it the moment you wake up, and you feel it most when nobody's watching. And the thing is, I tried to do everything right. I walked every day. I ate what my doctor told me to eat. I followed the same advice you've probably been told 1,000 times, but despite all that, I was still getting weaker. That was the part that scared me most, not the wrinkles, not the gray hair, not even the aches. It was the slow, quiet loss of independence. Because when you're 60 plus, independence is everything, and you know exactly what I mean. Nobody wants to be a burden. Nobody wants to ask their kids for help with groceries. Nobody wants to hesitate before stepping into the shower because the floor feels just a little too slippery. We pretend we're strong. We pretend we're fine, but inside we're all asking the same question: is this how it starts? Is this where everything goes downhill? That question haunted me more than I like to admit. But everything changed the day I stumbled upon something unexpected: a 2024 study from the University of Copenhagen that followed thousands of adults our age. And what it revealed shook me more than anything I had read in years. It said that the exercise routine most of us have been relying on, walking, might not be doing enough to protect us. In fact, people who replaced part of their walking time with just 5 specific exercises reduced their risk of falling by 73%, nearly doubled their strength, and even improved brain function. But what shocked me most wasn't the numbers. It was this: the people in the study spent less time exercising than the walking group, yet got far better results. And I thought, if that's true, then maybe I've been fighting the wrong battle. So today, as someone who has lived through the fears, the aches, the frustrations, I want to share what I wish someone had told me 10 years earlier. Not from a doctor's office, not from a fitness coach, but from one older adult to another, from someone who knows the fear of losing his balance, someone who knows the shame of struggling to stand up from a low chair, someone who knows what it's like to wonder if your best years are behind you. And I'm here to tell you they aren't. Not if you do the right things, not if you give your body what it actually needs. Not if you stop relying on walking alone and start training with purpose. So let me walk you through the 5 exercises that changed my life, not just physically, but emotionally. Exercises designed specifically for our age, our needs, and our fears. Let's start with number 5. Number 5, wall push-ups with a hold, the exercise that gave me back my confidence in daily life. It sounds too simple, doesn't it? Standing in front of a wall, pushing yourself away like a beginner. Believe me, I rolled my eyes too. But what I didn't realize was this: after 60, we lose up to 3% of our muscle mass every year unless we actively rebuild it. And the muscles we lose first are the ones that make everyday life harder. Opening jars, carrying groceries, bracing yourself when you stumble, pushing yourself out of a chair, and yes, catching yourself on the wall in the shower. That last one hit home for me. Because nobody talks about the fear of falling in the bathroom, how one slip on wet tile can steal a year of your life. The wall push-up gave me back the strength to trust my arms again. And the hold at the bottom, those 3-5 seconds, did something even more powerful. It retrained my reaction time, it strengthened my core, it rebuilt the muscles that support my shoulders and chest. Most importantly, it gave me back my sense of control. If you're over 60, that feeling alone is priceless. Number 4, seated leg lifts with resistance. The day I couldn't climb my own front steps, I don't embarrass easily. I've lived a long life, made my share of mistakes, and learned to laugh at myself. But I'll never forget the day I stood at the bottom of my front porch steps and realized I wasn't sure I could lift my leg high enough to climb them. That moment broke something inside me. I wasn't worried about fitness. I wasn't worried about looking good. I was worried about staying in my home as long as possible. That's why this exercise matters more than people realize. It strengthens the exact muscles you need to climb stairs, get in and out of the car, step off a curb safely, and stand up from a seated position without wobbling. After 2 weeks, my legs felt stronger. After a month, stairs didn't scare me anymore, and for the first time in years, I didn't have to grip the railing with both hands. For someone my age, that's not an exercise improvement, that's freedom. Number 3, heel raises with a balance challenge. Because the bathroom floor is the most dangerous place in your home, let's be brutally honest. Most seniors don't fall outdoors. Most falls don't happen on long walks or hiking trails. They happen in the bathroom, in the kitchen, next to the bed, or stepping over a rug. And the number one cause isn't weak legs, it's weak ankles. When your ankles stop supporting you, your whole world becomes shaky. Literally, heel raises, especially with the balance challenge, rebuilt the strength in my calves and ankles, and that changed everything. Suddenly. Standing in the shower felt safer, getting out of bed felt steadier, turning corners didn't make me dizzy, stepping off a curb didn't feel like a leap of faith. And there's a hidden benefit nobody warned me about. Your calves act as a second heart, pumping blood back to the brain. After doing this exercise for a few weeks, my mind felt clearer, my memory sharper, my energy higher, and at my age that feels like a miracle. Number 2, modified squats to chair, the exercise that measures your independence. Let me tell you something difficult but important. If you cannot get up from a chair without using your hands, doctors consider that the earliest sign of declining independence. That stung the first time I heard it because I knew I struggled with it. But the modified squat changed that. It wasn't easy, it wasn't fun, but it was necessary. Every time I lowered myself slowly toward that chair, letting my muscles do the work rather than gravity, I was teaching my body how to be strong again. And when I learned to stand up using only my legs, not my hands, not momentum, not the armrests, it felt like getting a piece of myself back. Not the younger version of me, the independent version. That's the version I want to keep for as long as I'm blessed to be alive. Number 1, bird dog progressions, the exercise that changed more than my body. It changed my brain, I won't sugarcoat it. The first time I tried the bird dog position, I felt ridiculous. On my hands and knees, reaching forward with one arm, back with the opposite leg, trying not to topple over like a newborn horse. But within a few days, something surprising happened. My back pain eased, my posture improved. My balance felt steadier. And my mind felt clearer than it had in years. That's when I learned why. This exercise does something incredible inside the brain. It activates both hemispheres, it strengthens neural pathways, it improves memory and focus, it reduces dementia risk, it increases spinal stability, it even boosts bone density. It's the closest thing to a complete exercise I've ever found. And here's what matters most. The bird dog doesn't just keep you standing, it keeps you thinking, it keeps you present, it keeps you. At my age, there is no greater gift than keeping your full self. The truth I learned after 60, these 5 exercises didn't make me young. They didn't erase my age, my wrinkles, or my past, but they gave me something far more valuable, a future I can walk into with confidence. A body I can trust again, a mind that feels alive, a life where I am still truly independent. Walking is good, movement is good, but after 60 your body needs more than endurance, it needs precision, it needs targeted strength. It needs exercises designed for the exact ways we decline. And that's what these 5 movements are. They're not workouts, they're lifelines. A message to anyone over 60 listening to this: I know you're tired, I know your joints ache. I know your balance isn't what it used to be. I know the mornings feel heavier than the evenings. And I know the fear you carry, the fear nobody else sees. But listen to me, because I'm speaking as someone walking the same road as you. Your story isn't over, your strength isn't gone, your independence isn't lost, your body is not done growing, not yet, not ever until you give up on it. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, you don't need to be athletic. You just need to begin. 5 exercises, 20 minutes, 3 times a week, that's it. But the life you get back, the confidence you get back, the freedom you get back, that is worth everything. Final words from one senior to another. If you're listening to this right now, I want you to promise yourself something. Not for me, not for your doctor, not even for your family. Promise it for the version of you who still wants to live fully. Start with just one exercise today, even if it's slow, even if it's shaky, even if it hurts a little. Your body will respond, your mind will respond. Your independence will return faster than you think. Because after all these years, I've learned just one truth: age doesn't take away your strength, not really. It just waits quietly for you to rebuild it. And you can, you absolutely can. Your life isn't slowing down, it's just beginning again.